Hey, what's up you guys, it's IAmTheLionRider, and in today's video I am going to be telling you how you can join Zoo Sims United. Now, as many of you know, I have recently joined Zoo Sims United myself, as well as my good buddies Leaf Productions and Surrey Gaming and a bunch of other content creators and other people. And I know a lot of you have been asking, how can I join? And a lot of you have been like, oh, well, I really want to join, I just don't know where the link is. And I intentionally didn't provide the link up until this point because they were actually working on some changes to the server bot and stuff to kind of accommodate larger amounts of people. But lucky for all of you, by the time you watch this video, or give or take a few hours, the server will have been going through the big update that will have advanced the bot and will be welcoming in everyone from the public. So if you guys follow the link in the description, you will get a link to the Discord server, which will take you to this page right here, and it will actually show you how to sign up. So in today's video, I'm just going to be giving you all the tips and tricks on how to actually sign up to get approved for Zoo Sims United so that you can join me. So the actual server will be, opening to the public at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. By the time this goes up, it'll probably be roughly noon. So, wait a couple hours, but you can definitely check the rules and guidelines and stuff and work from there. So the first thing you're going to want to do before signing up for this is you're going to actually want to get an idea of where you want your zoo to be set. So because this is an accurate zoo economy, they try to make it so that the animals that you obtain from the get-go and generally throughout the rest of the, advancement of your zoo tycoon career, you will have to decide on where you want your zoo to be set. So certain countries or continents have restrictions on certain species. Some continents have exclusive species. So as an example, Europe, I know, has a lot of exclusives. So they often keep stuff like Wizen or other pine martens, that sort of thing, exclusive to Europe on things like auctions and stores and stuff. So definitely take that into consideration. Similarly, let's say you want something like flamingos, for instance. Don't set your zoo in Australia because Australia has a ban on flamingos. So they try to accommodate real-world zoo applications for animals. So if you want a particular animal, definitely consider where it is you are taking place in the zoo. Next thing you're going to want to decide is what medium you are going to build the zoo in. So the great thing about Zoo Sims United is it's a United Zoo Sim thing. It's not just Planet Zoo or one thing. You could use Zoo Tycoon 2 if you want. You could use Zoo Tycoon 1. You could use Mega Aquarium. Or if you want to go even crazier, there are some people that are doing it in game engines like Unity and Unreal. And recently, I know some people have been doing even like paper crafts or different things like that, where they physically make models in real life. Which is why I've talked to some of the admins and stuff, and they said maybe Zoo Sims United has kind of, been, a little too loose, because now it's just kind of anyone can do it because the core of the entire server is the economy. So as long as they keep track of all of the animals that you have, it doesn't really matter what you do it in. But it will determine, how you're able to actually post. So the important thing about Zoo Sims United is to post frequently. So you want to at least post an update to your zoo about once a week to make sure that you're active in order to collect your tokens, which you would collect each week to then be used at the store or auction house or trading to actually get better and better animals. So that is definitely important. If you're going to sign up for Zoo Sims United, make sure that it's something you really want to do. I've seen a lot of zoos close because they just got really excited at the beginning and then they just lost interest over time. So definitely, if you were going to consider Zoo Sims United, make sure that you're committed, and you can definitely read over all the rules and stuff before you officially submit your thing. So now that you've picked out where you want your zoo, obviously pick out a name for your zoo. That doesn't really, that'll be in your application as well. The game that you're gonna game/other medium that you're going to build your zoo in. And last but not least, you are going to need your animal list. So The animal list, I believe, now has a requirement of 10 species. So you are going to start out with 10 species of your choice, but they need to be approved through the administration team on Zoo Sims United. So don't think you're going to get something like a polar bear or an elephant from the get-go. You are definitely going to want to try to get 10 species that seem about reasonable for a starter zoo. So things like wallabies, maybe a flamingo or two, depending on the region, like I mentioned. Porcupines, that sort of thing. Kangaroos, Patagonian Mara, deer species usually aren't an issue. And then if you want some advice on some more exotic species that are like kind of more traditional zoo animals, zebras and camels are pretty easy to obtain, but anything more than that, maybe an ungulate or two that may be a bit exotic, may get through. Now, like I said, this is all up for debate. You can definitely talk with the admins and they can kind of work out a compromise with you to make sure that everyone's happy. For instance, when I originally made my application, I asked for African lions. They were like, you're in a North American zoo, it might not be the best to get them off the bat. But we settled on mountain lions. So I actually was able to get mountain lions because they're native to where I live. So, you know, work with that sort of idea. Where your location is definitely going to help or hinder your animal roster. But if that all has, you know, interest for you, definitely join. So it would be really exciting to start trading with you guys. And I guess the last thing I need to mention is, of course, the trading procedure. So don't immediately think that once you join and sign up and get approved, you're immediately going to be able to start trading and, you know, expanding your animal list. You need to have at least 50% of your starter species on display on your chat room that they'll set up for you on the server before you can actually start trading with other players. So definitely keep that in mind. You're not going to immediately start going to auctions and stores and stuff and buying stuff. You at least need to have a foundation of a zoo set with at least 50%. So that's only 5%, or like 5 animals out of your starter 10. So it's pretty reasonable. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and like I said, I hope to see all of you on the Zoo Sims United server very soon, and I hope to trade with all of you. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I am IAmTheLionRider, and I will see you next time.